Good morning, everybody. My name is Nevaeh Rose Ellis, and today I'll be your speaker. And today we are going to dive in on how to become a better public speaker yourself. And I'm going to give you a tip that will hopefully help you be the ultimate public speaking weapon. So today we are going to be going based off of an article by the PowerfulSpeakTeam that was published in March 20th, 2024. I ultimately picked your main subject for today is practice. Practicing tends to be one of the most helpful things because not only do you go over something and learn and figure out what's best for you, but you also get to understand the topic that you are working on. So for example, I had to practice the episode that I'm giving you now because if I didn't practice, then I wouldn't know exactly what I was talking about. And then you, as the listener or reader, wouldn't understand what I am trying to convey to you. So that is why whenever we practice, we understand our material better. It's more powerful than just memorizing. It lets you know your message inside and out, and it helps you speak with a purpose. And so that is one of the reasons why practice is very important. And then we have using your technology. Technology is such an underrated thing when it comes to public speaking because you think that whenever you're supposed to be speaking, that it's just words coming out of your mouth and people listen and it's fine. But really, when you use your materials, such as technology, you can record yourself and catch filler words that aren't needed. For example, saying or just anything that isn't a helpful part of your speech. So it also helps with your pacing issues. If you're like me, then you probably struggle with knowing how much time you have left or knowing if you don't have enough time on your speech, especially if you need to meet I say a lot, as you can tell. That's something that I need to work on. But using pacing like technology, like recording yourself and listening back and watching a timer as you're speaking will help you get a better understanding of when you need to continue your speech or whenever it's around the time that you can stop. So then you can go back, critique parts of your speech, edit out parts that aren't really needed, and then you'll come back and you'll have a better speech. So whenever we use technology, we will use it, we will figure out what's wrong, and then we will practice what is wrong. And then from that, practicing over and over again, getting rid of parts will help us understand our material better because we will be going over and over and over on parts that you need to understand to convey. So, like I said, we don't take advantage of the things around us. And another example of not only technology is your friends. So my roommate is currently out and she's eating. But if I wasn't confident on my speech that is happening right now, then I could talk to her and tell her, hey, this is my speech point. I'm not sure if I'm very confident on this part and this subject. Could you help me? And then what I could do is I could mock up the speech right in front of her, say the speech to her, and then she could tell me, I'm not sure that part was very good. That part to me, as your listener/reader, wasn't very important and impactful. And so then I could take her feedback and practice her parts that she told me, and then I could practice again, and then restructure my speech, and then I would have a more impactful speech and understand my material better. So with also giving my roommate a mock speech, it would help me build my confidence and nervousness. Since I already gave the speech, maybe once I get up in front of a bigger audience, I won't be as nervous. And so with that is the end of today's episode. So let's go over the basic things. You need to understand your core message. You need to structure your practice. You need to record and review to catch minor details. And then you also need to gather feedback so then you can refine your work and understand it better. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm Nevaeh Ellis, and remember that public speaking starts with intention, practice, and people around you. So the more you practice and the more you review your work, the better of a public speaker you will become. Thank you.